Is natural law superior to legislative action? Governments act as if they can legislate your inherent rights out of existence, but they are wrong. By examining the jurisprudence of liberty, we reveal why natural rights supersede every modern statute. It's time to understand the philosophical reality. If a law violates natural rights, it isn't a law at all. From our nation's declaration, we hold these truths to be self-evident, endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Natural rights existed at the dawn of time and are baked into the heart of man. It's called your conscience. Con means with, science is knowledge. So when we violate this moral and natural law, we do it knowingly, and we will give an account for it one day. Now, we are faced with a crisis of modern laws that defy the laws of nature and of nature's God. They usurp your rights without any privilege to do so. By simple majorities in respective legislative bodies, they violate their sacred oath of office to uphold the Constitution of the United States and whatever state they're in. And the courts are left to either put the pieces back together or continue with the activism of the legislature. Fortunately, there have been some great rulings lately reestablishing the supremacy of the Constitution and striking down bad laws that might be popular in some areas, but nevertheless defy the rights of the people. This was established very early in our nation's history. Marbury v. Madison, 1803, whose primary holding established this: Congress does not have the power to pass laws that override the Constitution, and certainly all those who have framed written constitutions contemplate them as forming the fundamental and paramount law of the nation, and consequently the theory of every such government must be that an act of the legislature repugnant to the Constitution is void. And if the courts allow such a law to stand, Chief Justice Marshall goes on to say, this doctrine would subvert the very foundation of all written constitutions. It would declare that an act, which according to the principles and theory of our government is entirely void, is yet in practice completely obligatory. It would declare that if the legislature shall do what is expressly forbidden, such act notwithstanding the express prohibition is in reality effectual. It would be giving the legislature a practical and real omnipotence with the same breath which professes to restrict their powers within narrow limits. It is prescribing limits and declaring those limits may be passed at pleasure. Sound familiar? This has been all too commonplace. This is standard operating procedure in states across America and in the federal government. The true role of the legal system and the genius of the Constitution protect the minority against the tyranny of the majority. So, where do we go from here? I, for one, say we need to return to our roots as a nation and take a stand for what is right and call out what is morally and politically wrong. History and eternity will ultimately be our judge. It was John Adams who wrote, our Constitution was made only for a moral and religious people. It is wholly inadequate to the government of any other. We will not survive as a nation if we allow the dangers of legal and moral positivism, where the definition of right and wrong shifts with every election cycle. We have lasted 250 years due to the foundation that has been laid by the founders, our Constitution, and divine providence. We will have the luxury of passing down a strong nation to our grandchildren and their offspring if we return our alignment of our country to its foundation in natural law. Think about it. Technology, law and order, should focus on those who violate it and have demonstrated a lack of moral compass. The focus should be on the violent criminal element, not the technical violations of civil laws. Malum in se. The laws that are evil and vile by nature should be punished to the furthest extent of the law. Malum prohibitum laws should only be prosecuted by a civil fine or infraction. We need a refocusing of the resources to allow government to do what it was intended to do: serve the people. And let's never forget, we the people are the true fountain of power. Here's to the next 250 years. Happy birthday, America. May you continue to be the city on a hill and the shining example for the whole world to look to for all the right reasons. God bless. Happy July 4th. I'm Toby Leary.